Yo, what is going on, everybody? Today I will be discussing how I play Hardpoint on Hackney Yard. So immediately I like to push as far over as I can. I usually like to climb up on top. Unfortunately my time was really bad, but of course I still got that kill. I always nade across. I usually smoke as well, but I knew I didn't really have the time in this one. I usually like to push out, so right here I decided to do so. Unfortunately I didn't get that gunfire. I thought that they were going to be spawning a little bit closer. Some people that were watching mid would be rotating to the front, so that's why I played it a little passive. But usually I like to just hit it right away. But I spawn over here, so I'm just going to try and push all the way for spawns. Check the right to make sure that no one's killing, and then I just push. I'm just going to straight push. I check once just to see if I need to get in a gunfight, and then I just get as far back as I can. So here I just was trying to change my loadout for some reason. I don't know why it was taking me so long. But I saw that my teammate spawned on me, which means I did the right job. Of course, I didn't actually mean to throw that nade, but, you know, it's just one of those things. The beginning of this game was a little awkward just because I think this was, like, my second game on for playing with the new sense and everything. Getting used to it, I wasn't quite sure what I was doing. I was just trying to hold this angle, though, right here. So I knew I didn't need a push, but because I had an extra teammate, I needed to ensure that we got those trades. Because he had, if it was a 1v1 or a 1v2, I knew no matter what, he was going to get someone weak, hopefully. So I had to be there to follow up. You never want to have someone getting just straight on 1v1. You want to put yourself in the best position to get those trades. And so right here, I'm just trying to nade the front. I know that they're going to be spawning warehouse or that far right side, hoping that my teammates are getting that, so I'm not even looking to the right. Fortunately, I started getting shot at from the right. My teammates weren't watching mid, weren't watching the right or anything, so just one of those things. But I just had to make sure that I was watching my lane and try to trust my teammate. So here I see that they're throwing stuff from this left side, or from this right side from forklift. But they usually do spawn warehouse, so I wasn't expecting one mid. I wasn't expecting them to be forklift. I was just trying to push back over and get those kills. Again, still see someone, so just nading it, forcing it, making sure that he can't push it. I'm just waiting for a second, and now I'm going to push through. I see I only have 10 seconds, so I'm going to get all the way to the back and try and make sure that I get these spawns. Because for these next 3 hills, you really do want to try and emphasize that these spawns, because P5 is super difficult to break. So luckily I won the gunfight. Again, I was just trying out a new sense. My shot's going to be a little whack in this video, but it doesn't change the fact that it's kind of we're just discussing about what I think of. So the shot isn't important in terms of what I am thinking. So here I'm going to just play top, because this is a super good place to play. You really can get some really good angles. Nading hill, even though I saw him right there. Luckily I get the kill, and now I'm just watching the top. Wait for my team to push in. Absolutely got done. Unfortunately, there's one guy on half wall. Hopefully my teammates picked that up. They didn't. He's in hill. Just like that. Hate to see it. Teammates don't pick up kills. So right there again, I challenged this left side because I expect him to be there. But you saw whenever every single time I jump across somewhere, I always look where I expect them to be. So I immediately had snapped onto half wall just in case. So while I was jumping across, snap half wall, no one was there. So then I can focus this left side. Again, nade half wall. Done that kid. I don't know who he thinks he is, and I saw that I got another hit marker, so I'm just pushing through. Usually I like to play on that box heady, but I saw my teammate right there. I destroyed the trophy just because it's so important. Challenge for the trophy when my team is there. Again, destroy the trophies because that changes the game. I didn't expect it to be 3 people, honestly, so I was not prepared for the second gunfight. When I saw it was still contested, that's when I was a little confused. I can't hop on this to save my life. They like to spawn back useless sometimes too, so I was just watching it for a second, really just trying to watch over. But now I recognize that they were spawning back P5. So I'm just going to keep on trying to push this way, kill the kid top green, and then focus this guy again. I saw he got killed, so I'm just sliding in. Fortunately, he's watching it, but it really is all about applying pressure on this hill. So it's super easy to apply pressure from 4 different directions. You can hop up top green, which I was trying to do there. Unfortunately, I auto-mantled all the way across, so I'm just pushing it anyways. Making sure, because I knew that there was supposed to be one person here. And then it's just immediately expecting someone else to be challenging out a hill to get the trade. And I'm just watching this just in case someone else pushes. I like to push a little bit further out, but yeah, see right there, I usually like to check. And now I'm watching this inner, because a lot of people like to play for old, or they'll be spawning warehouse. Unfortunately, I read it correctly, but then still didn't check it. I checked mid instead. So if I had just held from that doorway and watched the middle, I would have been able to probably get 1 or 2 kills. And now I'm just playing this close left corner. But at the same time, you're going to see me angle my screen slightly upwards so I can see if someone jumps top of third, just in case. So someone did, luckily, and unfortunately I didn't hear that guy pushing, so I didn't like immediately snap onto him. But that's just kind of my mentality. And so here I see that they're most likely spawning this right side, so I just pick it up. Again, not used to the sensitivity yet. Again, I don't know why I always auto-mancer that. I never mean to. Messed up the smoke too. That I'm going to blame it on the sensitivity as well, just because I was still getting used to it in this game. I should have picked up this right side. I did end up seeing him. I should have known that they spawned back right. But luckily I have a teammate here, so I'm just going to back up. Push the right side. I'm literally just going to watch this because I know that people are going to try and push through. I immediately check that left box, Eddie, just in case, because that's where a lot of people like to go. Nade that and watch the inner, because there's only 2 ways you can push. Luckily I got that kill, so I'm just going to keep on holding this because people are going to want to push. They're spawning back their P5, so they're going to want to spawn. They're going to be spawning right there basically on that blue van, and they're going to want to push left all the way through green, trying to get spawns for P2, because P2 spawns are very overpowered in this. So literally just here, I'm going to push through the green and watch the mid. It's all about watching that mid cut off. Fortunately, I was out of ammo, so that's why I actually moved in the first place. I was trying to find a gun, because I remembered I had killed that person in green, but I couldn't find a gun. I see a teammate watching that, so I usually like to pick up middle here, or push top L, but I just end up pushing the front. I like to push on the opposite angle of what they expect, but unfortunately he saw me whenever I pushed. But most of the time you shouldn't really expect them to see you. You just push through and try and push the odd angle, because they're going to be looking at the front side where you're spawning. So if you hit them from the back, that's just the best. Again, picking up this green side just in case, but I knew that they weren't spawning here. I get this kill and I'm going to push top green, I think, because that's usually what I would do. I would just watch this mid. I saw one more person. I'm just going to go top green. Yeah, you don't want to get into a gunfight whenever you're absolute. It's okay to just run away. I'm fairly sure I have to check behind me just in case, because I have a teammate pushed up all the way far warehouse, so I'm almost positive that they should be spawning my side, so I'm making sure I'm not getting flanked while still being able to watch the front. Yep, see, someone was trying to flank, and I'm just watching this while watching the front as well. I'm just listening, that's all. It's really about just watching and expecting where they're going to be based on where your teammates are. It really is. You do need to just watch your minimap as often as you can, and use your utility. A lot of people don't use your utility in this game, and it's super annoying because the nades and stuns and everything are super powerful in this game. So really every single time I'll spawn, I'm throwing my nade, well, I have a smoke, but I would throw my stun. Again, going top L is a super powerful position. I know I have a teammate right there, so I always try and figure out where they're spawning. They're either going to be spawning back, or they're going to be spawning, now I know they're going to be spawning useless side, so I look straight left. Yep, and I just saw someone jump over half wall, but I knew that my teammate was there, so I didn't want to pick that up. So again, it's literally just expecting, but because my teammates are so far pushed up, I started to wonder, but you know, that was the game. So it's really just about watching those different angles and everything. You really want to be paying attention to your minimap, using your utilities, trying to get into angles where you know that you can expect the enemy to come by watching your positioning of your teammates, and that's really just basically what you have to do. And then I'm just going to wait to see what I ended up doing. This was a pretty solid game, went 42-15, and that's basically how I play Hackney Yard Hardpoint.